What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Let's raise the vibration up. Let me give you some value today. I want to talk about today how to save $10,000 this year. Now, I know there's some ballers out there who already have $10,000 in their shoebox. I get it, right? But there's some people out there because according to statistics, that over 70% of Americans live paycheck to paycheck. So that means that a majority of people who call themselves American and lives in the Western world don't have it. Now, I'm not talking about your 401k, your retirement account. I'm talking about where you can drive around the corner, see a bank teller, and say, can I have $10,000 out of my bank account? I just want to get that clear of what I'm referring to. Now that we've gotten that out of the way, number one, which is a big one, this car. Man, I get asked all the time, and when I when I was younger, before I read about finance and dove into this situation, people used to ask me all the time, man, what kind of car you drive? Back then it was a sense of pride, like I drive this, right? But now I could give a flying you know what about a freaking car. Because a lot of people have been bamboozled. They're driving around here in these nice and fancy cars, and they hit the little car alarm, and they're like, their chest is stuck out, and they're like, I have this car. And people look at them like, man, you guys are so lucky, and people, you're doing great for yourselves. But the only thing that they can pay is payments. They can't afford anything else, any other type of investment, just the car. Hear what I'm about to say. A car is one of the worst investments known to man. I'm going to say it again. A car is one of the worst investments known to man. You want to impress me? Pay cash for real estate. Buy something that's going to put money in your pocket. If you're riding around here and your goal, well, not riding, but if you're living and your goal is to achieve this car, I see a lot of these Facebook pages with like Rolls Royces and fancy cars, but shouldn't it be that if you have a mortgage, one of your goals is to pay that off? One of your goals should be to be debt free. Those should be far ahead of a car goal. Because I've said this and I'll say it again. A lot of times these little goals that we have, we better check ourselves because they're attached to low self-esteem. Yes. Ask yourself if you're constantly trying to show off and get the car and people are going to love this and people are going to love this house when I come in and my friend's going to ooh and ah, you could be in this role of having a low self-esteem. Number two, there's needs and there's wants, right? Make sure you have the needs, but the wants, they have a lot to do with patience. Patience. You don't have to have it today. You don't have to have those Jordans or those pair of shoes today. You don't have to have that watch today. You can do without it. Wait till you get in a financial situation where you can't afford it. You don't need those things. Think about it. You don't need them. And that also falls into, well, not the self-esteem scenario, but maybe you as a kid, you know how we used to cry when we didn't get the things that we wanted? We could have a little taste of that. So if you have negatives in your bank account, stay away from the so-called wants. You can do without it, right? Number 3, let go of the freaking TV. You know, I'm a member of the 5 a.m. book club. And yes, we do get up at 5 a.m. And I can tell you right now, most of the people in there don't even watch TV. Because you have to ask yourself, what are you doing with your time? If you have goose eggs in your bank account, do you really have time to watch TV? Do you? Probably not. You need to get busy. You need to fill up a blank sheet of paper of 50 ways of how to make money. You need to get out there and make it happen. You don't have time to watch TV. Any waking moment that you have, you should be giving that time some productive activities so you can get out of your situation, because you shouldn't be satisfied. You shouldn't be satisfied if you have goose eggs, because here's why. When you get older and you get to a point where you can't work anymore and you can't go out and get a job because no one will hire you because you're too old, you're going to wish that you could go back to your younger years, but it's going to be too late. So when is the time to do it? While your health is there. And even if your health isn't there, you still have a chance to do it. I have a buddy of mine that works for a guy that can't move his body from the face down. And the guy is a multi-millionaire. Has about 30 people on his staff. So even in that situation, it can't be done. And number 5 I'm going to throw out there is that get more than one stream of income. Stop being satisfied. You know, I have this job. I have a good paying job. But what if the freaking job goes? You know, a lot of people say things like, Abdul, why do you try to focus on more than one stream of income? Because I don't put all my eggs in one basket. Read quotes of Warren Buffett. Warren Buffett has over 72 active streams of passive income. If something doesn't work and that one thing is taken from you, a lot of us end up in the corner rocking because we're trying to talk ourselves out of not ending our lives or whatever it is because that one thing left. I've learned that you can't just bet on one thing. Most successful people today, they have more than one stream of income. So if something fails, they have something else to fall back on. It's a security blanket. So I wanted to give you guys those tips. I'm also putting my information down there about free consultations. Now they're free for the first call, and we will see, am I a good fit for your coaching? For you, it's for coaching or anything like that. You're starting a business, whatever you're doing. So reach out to me. All the information is below. And that's all I have to say, good people. So until next time, signing off.